All my life, I have been fascinated by stories. Throughout my childhood, I absolutely loved to read. Later in my life, I realized that stories were not just confined to the books I so cherished, but existed all around me. Every person that I encountered throughout a typical day had their own story. God creates a separate, unique tale through all of us. Same thing! Now I'd like to tell you my story. And in order to do that, we need to go back to the beginning. The very beginning. Aww. Okay, well maybe not that far. I grew up with two brothers, Michael, who was 2 years younger than me, and Mark, who is 3 years older. We don't always get along, but my parents are genuinely loving people who try to do their best, and it has rubbed off on all of us kids, especially me. All three of us were born here in Tucson, Arizona. It's a nice place, full of amazing desert vistas and stunning sunsets and sunrises. Living here has made me so incredibly appreciative of the beauty of God's creation. There's nothing like taking a hike through one of Tucson's numerous trails and just being in the midst of all that God has made. Go! Growing up, religion was not a huge part of my life. I attended weekly CCD classes and my parents sometimes took us to Mass, but that was about it. Then, during my sophomore year of high school, I had a really bad week. I had a broken heart, I was failing a class for the first time, and I had a lot of stress at home. That weekend, though, I had my confirmation retreat, which changed my life forever. After listening to the talks and doing all the activities, I came to a realization. I looked around and saw the love in the room, the love that everybody had for each other, and I wanted to be a part of it. Part of that community of faith. I wanted to be Catholic. During the adoration, I felt naked before God. I felt sad and hurt inside. My heart was broken, but God was there. He was right there on that table, telling me that everything would be alright. From that moment on, I had a relationship with Him. Today, 3 years later, at the University of Arizona, I am blessed to have a community such as I have at the St. Thomas More Catholic Women's Center. Jesus has become the center of my life, and therefore I spend most of my time with the community that I have founded. It's great to have a group of friends who are striving to be closer to God and lift me up in my daily life. Throughout all my experiences, one theme that has never disappeared is the idea of stories. The immensity of creation never ceases to amaze me. The fact that God is the author of it all, continually writing the story of my life in addition to everyone else's throughout history, is staggering. The way the story flows, taking twists and turns that no one expects, is fascinating. For example, recently, I felt a strong call to go deeper in my discernment process and more seriously consider the vocation of religious life. I never would have expected that God would call me to the priesthood, but I know that He will guide me down the path that He needs me to go on, and that He will use my talents and passions in whatever way He sees best.